Hi there, Houston. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Kim Castro. This is an extended look at your forecast because we've got some big changes on the way. Your next front rolls in on Tuesday. That does bring us some showers and storms. What comes behind the front, though, that's what's really going to pique your interest. We've got another blast of Arctic air headed our way. Wednesday is not only going to be cold, but it's going to be windy. So you know there's a wind chill factor to consider. And then on Thursday, that's when temperatures drop to the lowest that we'll see them for this 7-day forecast. And they could lead to some pipe bursting temperatures. So stay tuned for that. Okay, your next front rolls in tomorrow. We'll start off with a couple of showers early on in the day. The actual front doesn't roll in until the evening, and the cold air comes in behind it. How cold is it going to be? 20 to 30 degrees below normal. We should be in the upper 60s for this time of year. Here's your hint to Wednesday. We're not going to get out of what feels like 30 degrees pretty much all day long. A live look at your Monday shows a very different picture. We're mostly sunny. We're beautiful. Galveston Island, 59 degrees right now. Here's a shot at the Galleria. You are going to see a mostly bright blue sky, a couple of fair weather clouds out there, but definitely a nice day to make preparations in case you do have to re-wrap your pipes. I know it's been really warm the last few weeks, and so if you unwrapped your pipes, I wouldn't be surprised. You likely uncovered your plants, and so you might want to go ahead and make those preparations for the big shifts that we're going to see. Here are the weather patterns that are shifting. High pressure is overhead right now, and that's what always keeps things nice and mild, sunny and comfortable for today. As that tracks towards the east and we get this low pressure area to move in, we're going to see a very different picture tomorrow. So we'll first and foremost have a lot of cloud cover out there. Those clouds are going to bring us some lighter showers in the morning and then ramp up in intensity the later on in the day you go. So the afternoon you'll have some downpours. In the evening you'll have some storms. This front rolls in late on Tuesday night. It is out of here by early Wednesday, and all day on Wednesday. Oh boy, get ready for cold and the wind. Both of those are not going anywhere all day on your Wednesday. So it's going to feel like the low 30s all day. The cold air is there, and we're going to tap into it. Check out how cold it is for Billings, Montana, -5 degrees. North Dakota, South Dakota in the negatives. Minnesota in the negatives. Omaha in the single digits, so Nebraska's in the single digits. The further south you go, that cold air starts to muddle and acclimate a little bit, but as this coldest pool of air drops south, we're going to start to see some of those chilly conditions. Now, we do have a front, so that brings us moisture. You might be concerned on whether if some of that moisture lines up with the cold air. Not for us. Check it out. For Oklahoma City, they're expecting some of that wintry precip to start rolling in here on Tuesday. For Dallas, for San Antonio, for Austin, for Houston, it's just going to be rain that then opens the gate to a lot of cold air. With the actual storms, there is the smallest chance, 5%, for an isolated strong wind gust. So keep that in mind. This is going to be for southwest Harris County, all the way down the Gulf Freeway to Galveston, to Brazoria, Matagorda, and a little portion of Fort Bend. So that's what we'll have to monitor in terms of the actual front itself. But we're really looking at the details behind the front. Future track radar shows our clear sky right now will be clouded over this evening. Those clouds give way to some light spotty showers for the first part of our Tuesday. Remember, they ramp up for the afternoon, so don't be surprised if you get a downpour as you're commuting back home tomorrow. 5, 6 o'clock, that's when we'll start to see some more energy ahead of the front. The actual front, there it is, doesn't roll in until later on in the evening. So I'm thinking by about 9 o'clock, it's in Houston proper, and then pushing towards the coast by 10, 11, midnight, it is out of here. And while it stays cloudy for a good chunk of your Wednesday, by Wednesday evening, those clouds start to break and the coldest air is going to settle in. So we'll start with those wind gusts from the front. Remember, we have that 5% chance for a couple of stronger gusts. That's going to be mainly along the coastline. However, the wind stays strong all day on your Wednesday. It is a strong north breeze gusting to 20, 30 miles an hour throughout the entire day, even into the evening. So now you're looking at a snapshot at 11 p.m. on Wednesday, and there's still wind gusts at 20 miles an hour. Peak wind is going to be at around 30 for the afternoon. And so think about this, cold and really windy. Ooh, it is not a good combination whatsoever. So look at the future like a temperature change. The future track feels like temperatures are going to really start to tumble. So we're at 57 for the feeling this afternoon. As that cold air muscles through here with that front, whoa, a big drastic drop in what it's going to feel like outside. So it'll feel like 30 degrees, barely hanging on to 30 by Wednesday morning. Feels like the 20s in Huntsville, in Livingston, Bryan College Station. Feels like the low 20s. Sugar Land feels like 29. And I told you Thursday is the coldest day. We'll check that out. 7 a.m. feels like 23 degrees in Houston. Feels like the teens for College Station, Brenham, Waller, Huntsville. I mean, that is going to be a really cold one for us. Today's a good day to get outside, get those last minute errands done, because on Wednesday and Thursday, I don't suspect we're going to have too many outdoor plans going on, and it's going to be really, really cold outside. High temperature for today, it's going to be right around 61, 62 degrees by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, it is just nice and comfortable, lovely. How about the overnight temperatures? Mild. This evening is going to be nice and comfortable because of the cloud cover. So that does retain some of the daytime warmth. Waking up in the Heights tomorrow, you'll be at 55 degrees, 57 in Montrose, 57 for Gulf Crest and Galena Park. Nice and cloudy, comfortable, 51 for Tomball, and Cypress will be at 54. Maybe you break into the upper 40s in Huntsville, but that's going to be an isolated spot. All in all, today is a solid day. President's Day looks good. Tomorrow, nice start to the day, 67, so definitely not cold. Actually, this is pretty much average where we should be for this time of year in terms of the high temperature. But behind the front, that's when we're going to start to see things shift quite a bit. So we will see some storms. We'll see cold air. 30s for Wednesday morning. Thursday, though, that's when we see the skies break, so we don't have the blanket from the clouds, and those coldest temperatures do give us that threat for a hard freeze. That's why Thursday will be a weather impact alert day. From there on out, we'll start to see temperatures still chilly, but less impactful for your Friday and Saturday, and by Sunday, things are looking a lot better.